Hi everyone, Eric at Retro Handheld Guides, and today we'll be taking a look at Nintendo DS emulation on the TrimUI Smart Pro. The TrimUI Smart Pro was easily capable of emulating any Nintendo DS game that I tried. Many of the games can be played with enhanced high-res 3D models turned on, though not all. In the top left-hand corner, I have identified those games where high-res models can and cannot be used. Overall, I would say that the large 16:9 screen made for an enjoyable Nintendo DS experience if two screens were needed, as they could be stacked side by side. The joystick could be used to control stylus input were needed. However, I did find that I needed to remap some of the controls as there was no button mapped to switch to a single screen mode. After the title, I'll show you my remapping suggestions. So with that, let's take a look at Nintendo DS emulation on the TrimUI Smart Pro. Alright, so just before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about some of the configuration changes I've made to the default Drastic configuration. So by default, the way that they had mapped it was that the L2 button on the top allowed for you to switch orientations, and then the R2 button on the top allowed for you to use the cursor touch. So you'd move your cursor around with the left joystick and then use the R2 button to touch the cursor. I didn't really like the configuration because there are lots of good DS games that allow for you to view it only with a single screen. And so in order to do that, I wanted to remap some of the buttons. So if you wanted to remap some of your buttons, press the menu and then go down into your configure controls. And under configure controls, I actually changed the touch cursor to the right joystick. So now I have up, down, left, and right on my right joystick. And then I set the cursor press to the left joystick down, because there's no pressing L2 and R2, or sorry, L3 and R3 on this device. It doesn't have a joystick press. So instead I've mapped the touch cursor pressed to the down on this. And then that allowed me to now, under the extra controls, map my swap orientation to the L2 and R2. So I found that that gives me some good mapping. All of your movement is going to be with the D-pad. The left joystick is only going to be used for the cursor touch. And then now I can not only swap orientations, but I can also swap screens. And I can use the right joystick to move my cursor. And then a double press on the down will allow me to now use the cursor for my touch. So I'd love to know your thoughts on that particular setting in the comments below. If you have any better thoughts for button mapping, certainly let me know. But otherwise, let's take a look at some of the games.